Hello and welcome back to another Bundesliga daily video. I'm not going to lie, it's been quite a dead weekend in terms of the league, with 6 of the 9 games having 1 goal or less. I'm just happy I was in work for a lot of it, so I didn't have to sit through them games. I've had to watch the extended highlights though, so let's hope you guys think it was worth it. So let's get into the review of Matchday 25. Let's start with how the weekend began with Dortmund. They got the 3 vital points, but it wasn't the most convincing performance. As the old saying goes, the best teams win when you play badly. The winning goal came in the 14th minute when BREMEN finished off a nice cross from Smelser. I felt like this game had a lot of action in the first half, and then I was just falling asleep in the second. The finishing of both sides was very poor, since they both had over 10 shots each and only 2 on target. It's now looking more likely that they're going to finish second behind Bayern, especially with the form of LEIPZIG of late. I'd say there was 2 exciting games all weekend, and I didn't see either of them, so everyone feels sorry for me. Obviously, the first one was Cologne vs Hertha. Cologne were 3-0 up after 37 minutes, which is terrible for Hertha, since they brought Cologne right back into the race for the European places. He got back a couple of goals back, but still conceded another, and Hertha's defending, especially in this game, was awful, and if they want to get into Europe, they really need to sort it out. The other exciting game of the weekend was Bremen's demolition of Leipzig. Obviously, they finished 3-0, and the lack of experience in that squad is really starting to show. You can't get battered by a Bremen side without Gnabry. Jusevic's first goal though was something else. It was like porn. I'd honestly recommend checking that out if you haven't already seen it. Then the second goal was straight off the training ground with a free kick played across, and then a tidy little finish. Then by the time the last goal went in, the game was already over. I really do think Augsburg will see their result against Freiburg as 2 points dropped, as they could have created some distance between them and the other relegation candidates. They also had plenty of chances, but were simply not clinical enough. They got lucky that Hitz never got sent off though, so not everything went against them, but in my opinion, a 1-1 could be really bad news for them. I did say Hoffenheim would beat Leverkusen, and that's exactly what happened, so I'm not completely shit at predictions. I honestly think this result could have secured them Champions League football. What I found strange was that Hoffenheim actually completely dominated Leverkusen, and they seem to be happy to just sit back and obviously try and hit them on the counter-attack, essentially just being the worst team. Maybe if they went for it a bit more, they could have got at least a point, but I couldn't see them ever beating Hoffenheim in this game. The final afternoon kickoff was Wolfsburg vs Darmstadt. Although I don't rate Gomez as highly as I used to, he is getting the goals for Wolfsburg right now, and that's what they need to stay up. Darmstadt never looked like they were ever going to do anything in this game, which is the opposite to what I thought, because I thought there might have been an upset. And if there was any doubt about them actually going down, they definitely are now. I'm not going to lie to you, I really can't be arsed talking about Frankfurt vs Hamburg. This game was just boring as fuck, really. There was 1 shot on target the whole game. Like, what the fuck, why do I have to sit through that? Anyway, the result is a poor one for both teams, since a point isn't really benefiting them in any way. So, shit results all around for both of them. On to Sunday now, and I had really high hopes for it, but it was boring as fuck as well. Mainz vs Schalke was the first game, and this result was basically welcoming Mainz into the relegation scrap, which is very unexpected. There is now just 2 points separating 16th from 12th, with 4 of those teams being on 29 points. At this point, anyone could finish in that playoff spot. Hopefully they can regroup during the international break to ensure that they don't have to worry about relegation. Saying that, if anyone goes in the playoffs, I can see them winning it either way. On to the final game of the weekend now, with Gladbach vs Bayern. The game finished 1-0, but it was still an entertaining game, but that's compared to all the other games this weekend. Gladbach can't complain too much though, because they simply weren't clinical enough, and with their shots, they only had 1 on target out of 14. They were completely dominated by Bayern, and once Muller's goal went in, they just didn't look like they were going to get back into it. Sommer kept Gladbach in it at times, especially with that save off Lewandowski's header. Make sure you go check that out if you haven't already seen it, it's fucking world class. Gladbach need to bounce back though in the next game if they have any chance of getting European football this season. The only thing I'm going to take away from this weekend is that I'm really shit at predictions, so if any of you are putting bets on, ignore everything I say. Let me know who you thought was player of the weekend, and also what you want to see on my channel really. Please like and subscribe. Danke schön, and auf Wiedersehen.